The power of going black is real. Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matter. Let's get it. Well, it's kind of ironic to talk about going black as today I so happen to have on white. I like this shirt, and then I didn't even think about it. I should have found a black. But anyway, the purpose of this is because I did a video on this before, and this is something that's very important to me when it comes down to the people that subscribe to Boss Cowboy Sports. I want people to understand some of the philosophies we have here and the spirit of how we do our content, because we are very unapologetically independent. We strive to be that way, not just because we're trying to be different. I just think it's a better value as we trying to give our opinions on ideas for the Dallas Cowboys. So every year, I always, before I start writing the Boss Cowboy Guide, I go to a place that I call black, right? Because I don't want to be influenced by others' opinion, especially in the off season. And it happens a lot. And the off season is weird because a lot of times what happens in the off season is people have a lot of arrogance about opinions on players. And then after the season start, nobody ever goes back to check their work. So people are allowed to have the titles of experts without no regrading of their opinions. Like, for instance, what happened to all those people that had Kyle Pitt, as the #1 hands down talent over Micah Parsons, over Chase? Now, I didn't, but a lot did, and said it with pride and bold and tried to make you feel like something was wrong with you if you didn't agree. But every year they show right back up like clockwork, and they're gonna minimize others' ideas again, and they're gonna pump their chest out like, I'm the draft guru, I'm the off-season guru. If you don't agree with me, something is wrong with you. This literally the spirit that you see on a lot of the people that have these opinions about certain candidates. Now, I definitely understand strong feelings. We all should have convictions on what we say. But at the same time, going black keeps you as a subscriber to Boss Cowboy Sports in a place to where you're not going to be influenced with bad ideas or bad opinions. And then you start seeing a lot of people to feel and belong to the draft community or to belong in the off-season community. They start repeating and parroting what's the loudest. Like, for instance, what was loud in the off-season was the way to fix the Dallas Cowboys was Tyler Lindenbaum. Tyler was the answer. If you want to fix the running game, get Tyler. But anybody that truly watched this film, not listen to analysts, not listen to opinions, when you used your eyes, you saw him struggle at the point of attack, getting pushed. And he did get pushed back. Now you saw the athleticism, you saw the climbing to the second level, beautiful feet work, aggression. But with all the hype, people continue to ignore the true liability when he was at the point versus power. And then you had to think, you have to say, okay, if he's struggling on the college level with power, what's going to happen when he go against men who've been in 2 and 3 years and 4 years worth of grown men off season, where they didn't have to go to school and play football at the same time. Their job is their job. They just eat steaks, eat potatoes, grown men dots, getting bigger and stronger, going against you. It was obvious what's going to happen. So while we talking about the power of going black, the main reason I'm talking about this is because there are some reports that's going to come out on some wild opinions that I had, and I'm going to say it was wild. I think my wildest, and I'm just being honest, my wildest opinion that was outside of the norm was my linebacker opinion in the Boss Cowboy Guide. It was wild, just being honest, because I was looking at my own list. That's why it took me to the last week to finally post my finals, because the film wasn't matching, in my opinion, the reports and the draft list. It wasn't. I wasn't seeing what they were saying. You know, most had Dean way up there. I didn't because the film didn't match it to me. So, but the reason why I'm talking about the power of going black, because I want to build everybody's confidence in yourself, not just in me, but in yourself, in your eyes, in your ability to see and to go outside the norm of what you hearing a lot. Because you hear me say this, and I want y'all to really kind of digest this as I'm explaining this. I always talk about, why would people copy off people that make these on average? And I mean that. 40% of first rounders are bust. That means professional scouts who get paid big money to get it right make a D on a round that should be one of the easiest to get right, because you picking first. And when you know that, why would you call them experts? Why would you even trust that? In my opinion, I've been saying this for the last 4 years. Might as well trust yourself. Might as well trust your own eyes. Trust what you see. But one of the ways to do that is honestly going black. But reports are starting to come out that I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of happy about this, because when you outside the norm, you still, even though I'm comfortable going to a place that's black, making my own independent thoughts, using my own independent eyes, looking at the film myself on Zakoby McClain. And when I looked at Zakoby McClain, the film said this dude is a baller. In the biggest games, you saw him play very big. Now his measurables is not good. Like, he don't stand out measurable wise. But when you watch him and you watch what he did on 3rd and 1, when you watched him against rival games and you watched him against the biggest opponents, he stood out like big time. And I'm just being honest. Can I be honest with everybody? Can I just tell the truth? I would ask myself, am I tripping? Why are you the only one seeing this, boss? This dude just hip tossed a lineman. You the only one that saw that, boss? Or are you outside the norm? Are you crazy? Are you, is it your, I really do. And as I broke down this film, and y'all did it with me, because I showed him all the plays he was making and the major plays he was making versus Bama and other teams. I was like, bruh, I see a baller. I'm sorry. I'm seeing this guy smash linemen. My eyes are not fooling me. Wow! And then, thank God, Coach Marv hit me up and he said, boss, he said, you got to check out what they saying about McClain. I said, send it to me. And he sent it to me. And this is one of the articles. and they saying the tenacious SEC linebacker named Ravens' most exciting undrafted rookie. So that's why I'm going over this, because this is the power of what I've been talking about, being independent, using your own eyes. And for people that follow this channel, I want you to value you, trust your eyes, because then you would have and experience the off season better when you learn to go to your own place, come up with your own lists, your own ranks, and your own opinions, then come out in the public. I do it every year, and I honestly think that's why I find so many sleepers. I've been on record against the scouting community, but right a lot. I'm not bragging, but that's because I really believe in this process of going black. And I actually think one of the Dallas Cowboys' best drafts was when they went black because of COVID. And they talked about that. They talked about the power of the 2021 draft was the reason, because the scouting community couldn't communicate as much because of C-19, the virus. So it made scouting departments have to be more independent. And that's why you saw Nashawn Wright and Osa drafted when they were. And we was all like, huh? Who? Right? But it was guys they were sold on. It was guys that they believed in. Even though their names wasn't ringing throughout the whole world, it was some that they believed in because they did their own independent research and didn't depend on outside noise to validate what their eyes were seeing. And so they say the Baltimore Ravens have a history of success finding undrafted gems, especially at inside linebacker. They'll be hoping to repeat this feat this year after signing 4 undrafted inside linebackers, including Josh Ross, who played at Michigan under new Ravens defensive coordinator Mike McDonald in 2021. The Ravens also added Jeremiah Moon, who I was high on, out of Florida, and former Navy standout Diego after the draft. But Bleachers reports Brent Sablisky thinks the Ravens signed an even better undrafted inside linebacker in former Auburn standout Jacoby McClain, who he named the Ravens' most exciting 2022 undrafted free agent addition on May 20th. So I have the Bleacher breakdown, and 2 of my guys are in their top 2 that was in the Boss Cowboy guide, Nate Landman and Jacoby McClain. So this is not a long video, but you know, this is something that I believe in. Maybe this one won't do numbers, but this is something that's important to me, especially for y'all, for people that subscribe to this channel. I want you to really understand the process of what makes you different, what makes us different, and become that person as much as possible that's not afraid to stand unapologetically by yourself with convictions when you've done the work. So when you've done the work and you've really looked at these guys without bias, full films, not highlights, where you broke down, you took notes, and you watched, 2 or 3, 4 games, and you got a real conviction of what you see. I really want y'all to really take hold of going to the black and trusting it, because it's gonna make us all better. If I'm saying your voice matter, this is a way to make your voice more intelligent, more independent, stronger, with more conviction, with less influence. And that's gonna make all our voices a better voice for ideas for the Dallas Cowboys. So You know, I'm not sure what type of numbers this video might do, but I don't care. This video, period, is important to me because I know it makes us all better. And I greatly believe in this. So periodically, you're going to see me check my homework, both good and bad. You go see me make opinions, and you go see me say, this is what I thought about a guy. Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? I do look around the league based on the ranks that I had, and I try to see how my guys are performing and was my eyes right. And I think we all should do that. And years from now, when we still following this channel and we still going to the black and we still have that independent, unapologetic spirit and conviction to say what we really see without the influence of the crowd, watch the amazing ideas that's come out of Boss Cowboy Sports. So take this process serious. It's something that I do. It's something I'm gonna continue to do every year. This is my third book. My last book will likely be last year. I probably won't write any more books, and I'm gonna put all my attention on video content. But I want, especially going into next year, everybody to follow that process. So if you like this type of content about going to the black, make sure you like and subscribe to Boss Cowboy Sports. We're committed to trying to give you honest commentary and ideas that's gonna help the Dallas Cowboys win 6. We dead serious about that. We don't play no games about that. And I want y'all to be a part of this process. And thank you for subscribing and liking the content. Also share the content and continue to put the word out as we aggressively work hard to put ideas out there to help us win. Y'all stay up. Peace.